Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Do We Know Them? I'm Lily Marston. Should I do your Disney thing? I don't even know how you did it the last time. It's like, I'm Lily Marston. Here on my right is Jessie Smiles.
No, you gotta go. And this over here, oh yeah, that's Jessie Smiles.
Okay, let's take it back. Hi, I'm Lily Marston. And over here, that's Jessie Smiles. And you're watching Disney Channel. I mean, do we know them?
Hell yeah, sister. You would think that we're on a cruise to the Bahamas because of my dress. I don't know why I'm dressed like this. And honestly, a titty might pop out.
This has only happened once before that she texts me ahead of time. This time she gave me a little more notice, but she texts me beforehand. She goes, by the way, I'm kind of dressed up. And I'm like, thanks.
I bought these freaking dresses from the TikTok shop, and where the fuck else am I gonna wear it? So, you know, might as well do it here.
How's the quality of that?
Honestly, it is slightly like
not great.
Like the fabric of an umbrella. Like a beach umbrella?
It's a very interesting comparison. Yeah, so that's why I'm wearing a legitimate shirt. I did have to put a decent amount of bronzer on my shoulders/chest because I'm like multiple different colors from not tanning in a while. Girlies, I have very exciting news. I'm actually leaving my house tomorrow.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Because I might have mentioned this already. I know I've tweeted about it, but I'm going to see the iconic Missy Elliott in concert. And she never has done headlining tours. This is like her first one. Do you know how many hits Missy Elliott has? Like, I'm intending on this being one of the best nights of my life.
Do you think Allison Stoner is going to be there?
Yes, honestly, probably. Because I know that there was some other kind of thing recently where she went and performed. And like Sierra is going to be a guest. I think Timbaland's going to be there. It's going to be amazing. And we're going because me and two of my best friends growing up, one I've known since like preschool and the other one since elementary school, we're like unnaturally obsessed with Missy Elliott growing up. And we don't talk that often, but randomly one day I get a group chat and it's one of them going, Missy Elliott is going on tour. And it was like literally no questions asked. We bought the tickets within the next 10 minutes. And
oh my God.
Then immediately we decided that it would only be fitting if we all wore tracksuits because, I mean, and if you know Missy Elliott, you know that she is very much like, that's her thing.
Did yours come in from eBay?
Half of it did. So I personally went for, if you've seen Gossip Folks, the music video, that was my inspo, and they don't make that exact one. But I found a similar one that was like an Ivy Park collab, but they don't sell that anymore. So I bought half of it off Poshmark and half of it off eBay and spent more than I should have. But the jacket has come, the pants have not. So I'm like a little nervous. It said that they would by the date. So I'm like, I have to leave by like 3 tomorrow. So I'm like,
girl, I don't know.
I'm going to be screwed. Anyway, the funniest part about this is that one of my friends is very pregnant, which is nice because she's going to be our DD. But we had been talking about the tracksuits for a while and we all kind of waited till the last minute, obviously. And then she texts us and goes, so the maternity options are limited. So she had joked originally. Have you seen I don't remember what song it is. The video she does where she's like basically in like a giant like shiny black like inflatable trash bag looking suit.
That does ring a very vague bell in my head, but I don't know.
So she joked that she was going to do this and she sent us this and we were like, oh my God, shut up. No, you're not. And she was going to get the tracksuit, found out she couldn't. So now she's absolutely serious. This is actually something she is doing. And it doesn't surprise me if you know her. She's absolutely the person that would do this. But then she sent us her inspo for like her DIY version, which is this. This is not my friend. I don't know who this woman is.
My question is, who the fuck wants to be pregnant and wrapped in a trash bag in this heat? Like, she's gonna pass out.
So she goes, okay, so me wearing a garbage bag was originally a joke, but I couldn't find any good Missy maternity pants, so it's actually happening. If you guys don't want to sit next to me during the concert, I completely understand. I'm worried I will die of heat stroke, but it's worth it.
Oh my God, it is not.
And then I told her I'm wearing a velour tracksuit, so I also might die of heat stroke, so we'll just die together.
Yeah, I feel like you're all gonna be hot as balls. Well, I hope you make it out alive.
Me too.
All right, well, have a Coors Latte for me, girl, because
that's what I was thinking. I haven't had a beer in so long, and I don't think I would say Staples Center, but it's called Crypto.com Arena. Stupid.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear that? They changed it.
No.
I'm like, that feels illegal. Like, you shouldn't be able to change it. It's Staples Center. I'm not positive they have Trulies, so I think I'm going to have to...
They'll have maybe not Trulies,
like
but they will have either White Claw. Yeah, absolutely. Now it's like a thing everywhere. There's always a seltzer option.
Oh, good. That's sad that I don't want a Coors Latte, but I just haven't had one in so long, and they get you so full.
I get it. Well, I'm very excited for you because we don't leave the house often. Most of our lives are doing this show. And then when we're not doing this show, what do we do when we're not doing this show? Sleep.
Speak for yourself.
Go to Target sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say go to Target, go to In-N-Out, take some pictures. I drive around a lot. And then we just kind of talk about nothing throughout the day. It's like an ongoing conversation that never ends. Yeah.
God, we sound fucking awful. Our lives sound shit.
Well, and we've talked about this before. It's like you would think that would be like, oh my God, you don't do anything? Are you so like socially deprived? And I'm like, I feel like I'm not though, because I have a lot of online friends.
do
I have real life
things and
friends
talk to
that I just
people.
like still talk to. But it's just like, I'm busy all the time, I feel like.
Yeah,
There's
same.
never a time that I'm just like, oh, I'm so bored. What should I do?
I know the days that I'm like, quote unquote free, I'm like, well, guess I gotta deep clean my house because I have not had time to touch it.
Literally. Or I'm researching too, because we had our researcher do a lot of this, but of course I started looking into it more and wow. We have 2 topics.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to get through the first one, see how long it takes, and then maybe we get to the second one. If not, we'll do that later.
The first topic was Lily's Missy Elliott concert, and now this is our second topic.
Literally. Sorry, went on a tangent for that. But I'm just so excited. Okay, so topic 1 is, if you guys know Kelsey from BuzzFeed, not to be confused with Kelsey Dara, but Kelsey Impechiche. What a fun name.
That cannot be how you pronounce that.
Literally, no, it's included on the document.
Oh,
it's
I'm so
Impechiche.
sorry, Queen.
So, Kelsey Impechiche, you might know from BuzzFeed. Did you ever watch her?
Girl, I never watched BuzzFeed.
I didn't really either, but it's like some of them I would come across sometimes. I don't know. Like I became friends with Kelsey Dara because most people would tag us in each other's videos and say that we reminded them of the other. Mostly I think because we were just drunk a lot. This Kelsey, I'm not super familiar with her content. I knew who she was. I've like seen her before, but her handle is Kelsey Dangerous. I guess that's probably easier to say than Impechiche.
Please, let's sub that out right now.
I'll just call her Kelsey from now on. But so this whole thing started, I'll give you a quick overview, is that she posted a video explaining how her and her boyfriend, who had been together like year and a half, almost 2 years, she like basically explains how they met. A fun little cute video, right? Well,
Wrong.
So first of all, they were in a long distance relationship this entire time. He lives in Memphis, Tennessee. She's in LA. So then when she does this video, everyone's like, oh, cute. But then we find out that of that year and a half, 2 years, for the first 5 months of it, he was in a long distance relationship with someone else as well.
Oh my God.
I was like,
okay,
can you hear me?
Sorry, I hear you. I'm really distracted by his headshot.
Oh my God, no, we'll make fun of that in a minute.
I was like trying to focus, but then also focus my eyes on his headshot, and it was just all too much. But yes, he was in 2 relationships at once, which is probably easier for someone who's not living in the state of either of one of his girlfriends. Seems
exactly.
Like on top of those 2, I would bet he probably had more going on wherever he was.
But it's funny because there's also a tease in a bit that maybe there was some not long distance cheating going on as well.
Oh my God.
So he seems great.
Who has the time for 3 relationships? Genuinely. Like, how do you even talk to that many people?
You're going to get so mad. Anyway, so you might be like, well, how do you know that? How did that come about? Well, it's because the girl that he was in that relationship with for the 5-month overlap, her name's Dora, and she posted a TikTok revealing that is what happened because she actually just found out too.
That's what actually came across my For You page, because the way she found out was from Kelsey posting the how they met, and then she put 2 and 2 together like, wait a second, that's my ex-boyfriend and that's the wedding he was at. And it's just, what an unfortunate way to find out someone's cheating on you. I would lose my ever-loving mind. I was just gonna say,
could you imagine, like they broke up a while ago, they've been broken up for, I want to say like a year at this point, but could you imagine like they broke up for unrelated reasons, and then she's just scrolling her For You page one day and is like, wait a second. And then she compares the timelines and realizes that there was a 5-month overlap, and it wasn't like they were having issues. No, like he would be like texting her, I love you. And
definitely
like,
not.
No, absolutely not. So basically, she was understandably a little upset when she saw that on her For You page. And she decided, obviously, that she was going to make a TikTok and expose him for being the asshole he is. And to that, I say, cheers. But quick backstory is Kelsey, formerly at BuzzFeed, she left in like 2022, does her own YouTube channel, and I guess is very specifically known for being like the single girl. So her getting a boyfriend finally suddenly was like this huge thing. It would be like me suddenly having a boyfriend and being like, this is like...
This is giving the same irony of Ned from the Try Guys being the wife guy and then cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
It's like, why does this always happen to BuzzFeed people who are known for things? This is so weird.
But unfortunately
I feel like
for her, it's like
somewhere.
not her that's doing the weird thing. It's like, could you imagine like you don't have a boyfriend for so long and then you suddenly get one and then you're so happy you're together almost 2 years. This is the crazy part. He lives in Memphis. His name's Taylor, by the way, which his real name, I guess, is Taylor Helmbolt, but he was an aspiring actor. Not anymore. Now he goes to med school.
Oh, you stopped aspiring. Got it.
The acting career didn't really work out for him. But I don't know if he goes up by this publicly now or if this was just like his stage name, but he cut off the first part and it's just Taylor Bolt.
Honestly, I am not one to make fun of that because I came up with a stage name when I was in high school. Do you know what my stage name was? Because I could throw up thinking about it, actually. I had a few. At first, it was going to be Jessica James until I realized that sounds like a porn star. And I was like, wait a second. Yeah. And you know what I went with?
Jessie Smiles.
Jessica Urban. Yep.
Why is this the first time learning about this?
I don't know, because I keep it to myself because it's horrifying.
I don't know if we tell people that.
We just cut this whole part out. It's too embarrassing. I think that it's pretty common to come up with stage names.
But also, like, Helmbolt isn't a bad name.
The thing is, I think if you grow up with a name, you just think that name's boring. Like, it's just your name. You're like, I gotta spice it up. But you really don't. I mean, Jennifer Lopez is a bad example because everyone hates her now. But like, you know, Jennifer Lopez is a super basic name in like Miami, let's say. That's just a basic ass name. But J-Lo rings a bell. Like, I just feel like not everything needs to be spiced up, but at least his was just cutting off half of his name. All I can say is I can't hate on it because I've done worse. Okay, anyway.
That's brave of you to admit. Anyway, I was gonna say, known for being the single girl, hard launches this relationship, like well into it. Like they had been dating for like over a year at this point. Then also, this is what gets me. They apparently just decided that they don't want to be long distance anymore. And she's moving from LA to Memphis. And she sold her house in LA, uprooted her entire life, and they bought a house together in Memphis.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, she's having a bad fucking week. Yeah. Oh, God.
And this is also a really random side note, but it'll come into play as we continue. Apparently on her channel, she does this, like she got big for this series she did called The Sims 100 Babies Challenge. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I did play The Sims back in the day.
Rosebud, know all about it.
What was the other one? Claspius?
Hey girlies, quick interruption, because Lily is spreading misinformation again. Turns out the cheat was actually Clapochius, not Claspius, which, you know, isn't a word. Luckily she has this new AI app, so I'm able to correct her.
But that was pre-Rosebud.
Oh, really?
I'm older,
God,
so
you're
that
old.
makes sense.
I don't remember that one.
No, and then you had exclamation mark, semicolon, exclamation mark, semicolon.
Oh, yeah, I was,
yeah. I was rich. Also, though, I never really played as much, like, of them living their life. I just really liked building the houses.
Same. When it got to the daily life, I'm like, bitch, just figure your own shit out. If you're hungry, go eat. Like, what do you want from me? I can't.
So this 100 Babies Challenge, like a user-created thing, where the main objective is for one matriarch sim to give birth to 100 babies in as few generations as possible.
I used to make my Sims have sex all the time, but they didn't have too many babies.
Who you mean?
Oh, yeah. What? I used to get the red heart bed that like vibrates. Oh my God, I can't.
That used to be the only one that did it, I think.
I know.
First.
Yeah, that would get him in the mood.
But yeah, so I guess she got big for doing that, but it was single girl tries the 100 baby challenge specifically. So
See,
it's
that's
like,
so weird. It's like, it doesn't matter what you are when you're playing The Sims. Like, it's an alternate reality. It really doesn't.
Yeah, but just saying, she was associated very much with being single.
Got it.
So, as I mentioned, he is a former actor. I looked at his IMDb and
It's lengthy.
There's not, are you kidding?
No. I'm not kidding. There was a lot of shit. Look at that. 14 things is a lot of things.
These are like film school shorts.
Wait, so did he like submit for that? How does IMDb work? I thought you had to be in something that was...
No, Beauty Break is on IMDb.
Like, would Epic Rap Battles of History be on mine? Do I have an IMDb?
Probably. Let's look you up. Would it be Jessie Smiles or Vasquez?
Maybe Jessica Urban. I don't have an IMDb. This is so embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. There
Why
you
is
are.
there no picture? This is horrifying.
Epic Rap Battles. It was the people that did Epic Rap Battles probably.
I wasn't in True Life.
I was gonna say, what? Secret Life you haven't told me about?
I wasn't in Do It for the Vine.
What is that?
This is slanderous. I'm calling my lawyer.
No, but maybe you're like featured in it. It's like they use clips or something.
Okay, but Epic Rap Battles of History, literally the one significant thing I've done online. Got it. You have a picture.
I know. Well, it's because Epic Rap Battles isn't going to make your profile for you. They're just going to tag who was in their stuff. So they just like tagged you and it came up. My manager made this. Oh, and it says that I'm a director. Oh my God, yeah. No, this makes me seem so legit.
What the fuck?
Oh my God, what? Okay, Kendall, calm down. It says host, producer, comedian.
Is your middle name Kessin?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a middle name.
I don't know why she would have included that. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't go by it.
Wait, I'm
it's not like part of my...
Kessin?
Oh my God, look at, you're mentioned in my bio.
Period. Why?
Because of the Smosh video that we both don't even remember filming.
Oh my God. Not do we know them not even making it to our IMDb's. I guess I don't understand if this is user submitted. Like if your manager went in and did it, so then I could go in and alter mine?
Yeah.
So this is like Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was far more...
I mean, I think that people probably have to approve whether you were in their stuff.
Oh, yeah, it says edit page right there. Okay, you know what? Mama's gonna get to work on her IMDb page sometime in this year.
It also calls Beauty Break a TV miniseries. Oh my God, why are there so many pictures? Oh my God,
what
get
are
them
those
away.
stills?
I think she made mine less for me and probably to have Beauty Break have one so then she could have Megan because Megan is actually acting.
Oh yeah, Megan's an actual actress.
And we had the same manager. So anyway, this is so not important,
yeah,
but let's go back to his.
I think I just thought that IMDb was a little bit more less Wikipedia than it is. I didn't know it worked like this, but interesting. Oh my God, that photo. Oh, imagine you get cheated on and this is the photo that you see online of this man. Like, it's just, come on. Let's be real
We
right
need
now.
to stop talking about appearances.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or maybe guys should just stop being assholes.
Well, it wasn't about his appearance. It's just his aura, I'll say.
That's true. It's the unbuttoned shirt and chest hair exposure, but like, oh my
Chest
God,
hair. Girl, you're going to have to zoom in on that.
I was going to say, or
it.
lack thereof.
And the chain, I can't.
Oh, actually, good thing to note, there's a ring on the end of that chain. Keep that in mind. He has never been in anything super legit. The only thing I recognized was Everyone is Doing Great, which is the show that Stephen Coletti and James Lafferty from One Tree Hill, because they met on One Tree Hill, they made, but
Yes, of course.
I've never seen it, and I don't know who he even played in it. Anyway, so he decided that he was going to give up acting, and he went to medical school. I guess he recently got accepted into medical school, and that is in Memphis, where then he's now having Kelsey move, and they've bought a house together. He curiously has deleted all social media quite a bit ago. I wonder why, if that would benefit him in any way when he's dating multiple people.
Wait, prior to this, did he have his social media up and then when he got exposed by Dora, he deleted it? Or
No. Like, he hasn't had social media for a while, which is like,
yeah, it makes sense. They'll do that to not have to keep track of their bullshit.
Will not have to be like, oh, babe, I can't post because
That's
like
the one. Yeah. It's just like, I don't post anything, so that's why I can't post you.
Yep. So then the last main character here is Dora, who is his ex-girlfriend, who also long distance. I'm not positive how long they dated, but it was like a significant amount of time, like over a year.
And she supported him during his shitty acting career, which there's something to say there.
Right? That's like you're in
She's
it.
a soldier.
Yeah. Notably, she does not have like a big social media following. She's not an influencer. She has like 5,500, but also I wonder how many of those have come since she posted this video. But also before we watch videos, they're coming soon. Quick timeline on Kelsey and Taylor's relationship. They meet in October of 2022 because they are both at YouTuber. Do you know who Michelle Kerr is? She has really good content. She has a show called Challenge Accepted where it's like she like takes on, I almost want to say it's like made kind of, but like not. She's really like immersing herself in whatever field she's trying. Also, not really relevant, but it was her wedding and that's where they both met. We're under the impression that Kelsey did not know that he was in a relationship. So they meet at that wedding. A month later, she posts a TikTok where she alludes to that she was like in like a talking phase with someone. Given the timeline, we're gonna assume it was definitely Taylor. On June 1st, she posts a YouTube video titled I'm Moving. And in it, she reveals that she has had a boyfriend for about 1.5 to 2 years and they've been long distance. But now that she would finally be ending that because she's moving to Memphis, Tennessee to be with him, and that she sold her home and they bought a new home in Memphis, which is apparently his hometown. And he has like friends there and family and he's going to medical school. So like he's really comfortable there. But notably, she does not know anyone there. She says how it's a big life change because she never saw herself even leaving California.
We're saying goodbye to California for this chapter. It's really sad, honestly. It's kind of been a very surreal experience saying goodbye to all my friends and, this home and everything that I love here. But I'm really excited for this new chapter. It's honestly been something I've been dreaming and wanting for such a long time. Okay, I'm going through all the rooms to turn the lights off, and I think it's hitting me now. I'm so excited for the next placement. It's obviously really bittersweet. I am moving officially to Tennessee, to Memphis specifically, and I am moving in with my boyfriend of over a year and a half. Surprise! Your single girl is no longer single. She hasn't been single for quite a while.
So it's not till like a year and a half later that she finally hard launches their relationship and posts him on her Instagram. This is her.
What is this?
I don't know, but the caption is ex-single girl tries hard launching for the first time. So again,
Can you zoom in on that for
leading
me for
to
a second?
the single thing.
Particularly the jacket and hands on hips. Okay, just wanted to get a
choice.
close up on that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Okay.
Objectively, that jacket's too small. Even the sleeves are short. But, you know, we're not going to talk about appearances. So we'll keep moving on.
So just like a lot of cute coupley pictures, like, oh my God, they're so happy together.
Ooh, yep, the staring into each other's eyes. Got it.
They went to a Ren Fair, it looks like. I'm guessing that's
To a
something in
Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, Tennessee.
I was
Tennessee.
gonna say Tennessee,
I'm
where
like,
he's
something
from.
with a
Yeah.
T.
So a bunch of cute pictures. So because they had obviously been together a while, they have a lot of material to post. Not for him though, because he doesn't have social media conveniently. Up until this point, no one knew she had a boyfriend even.
It's a huge commitment regardless to buy a house with someone. I do always find it interesting when people who are not married buy homes together, because I feel like buying a home together is so hardcore. I mean, unless you don't believe in marriage and you don't want to get married at all, that's a different story. You don't buy a house without thinking like, this is the person I'm going to end up with
That's
forever.
the thing. It's not just moving in together. Buying a house is like, shit. Okay.
Hard.
I also, though, I did
Super
read
hardcore.
that she bought the house, which would make sense considering he's going to medical school and is a failed actor.
I mean, going to medical school equals a lot of debt. And usually if people are in relationships, I know the partner has to kind of support them through that process, because it's just hardcore studying, no ability to work during that point. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of sacrifice.
And she has very consistent content. She does brand deals. Like, she's definitely making a good amount of money. And I'm sure Memphis is probably cheaper
makes
than
sense
LA.
to me.
But again, to just frame this, like, imagine if I randomly was like, Jesse, I have a boyfriend. We were then together for a year and a half, almost 2 years. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so in love. I'm going to move to be with him. And you're like, oh, period. Cool. Have fun. But then we find out that he was cheating for the first 5 months of our relationship. Not even just like cheating. I mean, not that this would be any better either. I'd be livid either way. But not even like, oh, one night stand with people or like going on random. Like, no, he was in like a very involved emotional relationship with someone.
So that's why I'm kind of freaking out, because I would like to know how this progresses, because if it was you that this happened to and then you followed through with staying with this individual after we know everything we're about to find out right now with you guys, I swear the videos are coming, I would have to come and kidnap you and stop you from moving in with him, because this just seems insane. Like, you cannot stick by someone who is this diabolical.
But can
like,
you imagine
he's going to do the same shit to
find
you?
this all out like immediately after you literally uprooted your entire life and like moved?
I know.
Like, obviously, I mean, I think I would be like, absolutely not. Goodbye.
But it's hard. It's
That's
easier
not
said
an
than done
easy
in that
decision
scenario, for sure.
When you literally
No,
are like,
at all.
what do you mean? And like, I'm sure he is
Yeah.
like has a ton of excuses and stuff. But anyway, so that again was early June that was all announced. A month later, she posts this now deleted video. Actually, I haven't watched this yet. But yeah, so this is the night they met, aka at Michelle's wedding, and they seem very cozy.
This is so fucking insane.
It was his idea, by the way.
Are you joking? How do you know that?
Oh, wait, what? Is that it? Oh, I thought she was supposed to like explain something. No, it's literally just like two comparisons.
I think that it's a trend that's going on with that particular song. I could be wrong, but it says before we met and then it says the night we met. If you're just a listener, what she shows is them on a 360 photo thing, you know, those things that spin around at weddings, and he is literally just caressing her.
He's behind her, like hugging her from behind, and she is like leaning back into him, and he's like nuzzling into her neck. Like, it looks like they're in a relationship.
It looks like they've been in a relationship for a year minimum.
Yeah.
This is insane.
And so keep in mind, he has been in a relationship at this point for over a year, I think.
And not just that, we're going to find out from his ex, whom he is currently cheating on in this thing that we're watching right now, that he was texting her while he was there at the wedding. I miss you so much. Like, he literally...
That's crazy.
This is like terrifying, actually.
I mean, that's the thing. I was
someone
like, you
could do
have to,
this
that
a
is
human
a
being.
sociopath, right? Like, I mean, how could you possibly think that I can't.
Yeah, not to be Shane Dawson here, but I have to agree with you. I do think that this is some concerning behavior. So this on Dora's For You page, like her seeing this on her For You page, because I'm sure Dora knew that he was dating someone new, especially someone that's public. I'm sure she probably knew that they were together, but seeing this is insane. So this is what enlightened her to the information that Taylor, in fact, cheated on her. And that's why the relationship actually ended, not for whatever reason she thought it ended before this.
So the comments on this video before it got deleted, someone says, oh my God, actually, this is a little cringy because I'm pretty sure it's cut off, but is that her profile picture?
No.
Yeah, I think it definitely
What's
is.
her profile picture? Please let it be a fan page.
No, I think that's it's the same picture as her profile picture. I'm pretty sure that this is her saying it.
The comment we're referring is, I'm still fangirling, but the hand placement. So she wrote that about herself.
I think so.
Definitely makes me want to crawl under a desk. Yeah.
And then someone says, oh, damn, the hand placement is fire. So happy to see you happy. Heart. And she likes it. Then someone else says, the way I know it gave you the craziest butterflies. And then she responds, says, the 360 camera photo was his idea.
Imagine seeing this as Dora. Okay, so in enters Dora. This is the video that I saw on my For You page. This is how I learned about all of this. And honestly, she is a damn queen for doing it.
Oh, get ready because she has another one she posted.
Oh my God.
It just came out yesterday. I got it. We don't know exactly when Kelsey posted her video. It was like around July 5th. I think it was like not long before this though, because July 5th is when Dora posts hers and she stitches Kelsey's video. And it seems like she directs this video like to Kelsey because I think she's assuming like there's no way she knew. Last night when I was finishing up this doc, it had 4.9 million views. It probably has more now.
You know, I really didn't think that I was going to come back home from 4th of July and have a video of my boyfriend at the time cheating on me, caught in 4D.
What's a 4D?
Is
it
it 4
4K?
page, but here we are. So this is him telling me about the plans for his friend's Garrett's wedding. Irrelevant, but he had a ring around his neck that he wore that was mine, that I gave him. It has like a special...
That was the ring from the IMDb picture, I'm assuming.
Oh, that is so diabolical.
that was about him in it. So when he picked me up after the wedding and I, as a joke, said, wow, you're really exposing yourself, because he had his shirt, open. And he was like, yeah, it's so that everyone can see your ring. Really, Taylor?
Oh my God.
He's
Really?
diabolical.
Yeah.
So he says this first message she shows in the background, she doesn't read, but it says, here's what's now going to happen. I'm flying in Friday night. That's not a change. I just forgot. And I'll stay with my buddy close to the wedding venue. I go to the wedding and then later that night, Saturday, I'll come pick up... Ew. I'll come pick up baby.
Is she baby?
Yeah.
Oh God, my freaking cooter will
Dora,
never
I'm
get
sorry,
wet
I'm
again
sorry.
after reading
Yeah.
that.
Oh my God. I'll pick up baby and we'll go to our favorite, I don't know if something's cut off, and then Sinesta?
I don't know. I'm so shocked by that
Yeah.
baby line. I can't even focus.
And spend the night / something together before I fly out. Sound good, darling? And again, so it's long distance. So I guess he's coming into LA for this wedding. And
Right,
then
yeah.
she was, yeah. Anyway. Oh, I guess then he's like missing out on some of the wedding stuff. And it says something like that just the Sunday one, it's okay. It would have been, and then I'm assuming it says like, it would have been like not okay to be in LA and not see you. I think it says not seeing baby.
Oh no. Yeah, he can't not see baby. Baby will get real mad. Baby will cry.
So much. Dora, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry, but I just you dodged a bullet. Anyway,
This was also him around the same time saying, I love you, darling. It's so exhausting not loving you, being apart from you.
Fuck off. Oh my God. I mean, in the moment, I'm sure this is why she didn't see it, because it's like you're in the relationship. Oh, he's just very sweet. This is like such bad love bombing. Like it's normal to be like, hey, I love you. I miss you like crazy. Like this, it sucks being away from you. It seems like he's reciting a monologue that he wrote in one of his shitty side films that are on his
when
IMDb.
I was reading these, I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely an actor.
Yeah, it definitely gives that.
But so also notably, this is September 24th. So she's just showing proof that this is like a week or two before the wedding. And that's what he's saying. So it's like not like they were on the rocks or anything.
This was also him around the same time saying, I love you, darling. It's so exhausting not loving you, being apart from you. This is also me telling him that I loved him, and he's saying, I love you too, Witchling.
Okay, this one completely took me for a ride. What the fuck is a witchling?
Here, I think it's something with Game of Thrones.
Wait, I watch Game of Thrones. No. Oh, Sarah J. Maas book. It's a fantasy novel thing.
Okay. So I guess that is one of like her favorite books.
Oh, got it. With no context, I thought that was the most weird shit I have ever heard in my life. I'm like,
Just like a random nickname.
yeah, I'm like, witchling. Okay, got it.
I guess a lot of their conversations has like references to
Got
the
it.
series.
Okay, makes more sense.
The witchling stuff is really relevant right now, so I'll get back to that. Just in case there was any confusion about who it was and the little 4 digits weren't enough, here's him 2 days after the wedding sending me his auditions because I was, his reader for them. I was helping him out. So there's that.
So because he was still acting at the time.
Right. And never judge a book by its cover, but just by those two those little thumbnails of those videos, they were ass. They were fucking ass. Oh my God, I can't.
Well, if he's not acting anymore, I doubt he was phenomenal.
No, but I mean, some people choose, not to have the actor life, Hollywood, all that stuff. But those thumbnails would suggest that he was ass
They
and she
usually choose
supported
that
him.
for a reason, though.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so then this is like a month later. I love you, Dora. I hate not being able to see you all the time. So he's now been talking to Kelsey for a month.
Right. I would guess, we don't know the exact timeline of when they became official. I would bet they already were at that point, or like almost official.
Yeah, it was like on the verge, but
Yeah.
like they were probably talking every day, and like she was like thinking that she's found this, I guess, amazing guy. But
Jesus.
before we go any further, we do have a word from our sponsor, Lumi.
When I think of summer smells, I think of sunscreen, the air and the beach, perhaps a barbecue, and the funk, the smell that comes from people's armpits. Yeah.
I was like,
Comes to
where are
mind.
you going with that? It's funny because even though we're across the country, it seems like our weather is pretty in sync because we'll both be filming and we can't turn the air on while we're filming. And oh my God, you guys, it's bad.
Yeah, if you notice by the end of every episode, my upper lip just is drenched every single time.
And we always talk about how we love the body wipes because of like working out and stuff. But honestly, I think I sweat more when we film than I do when we work out. So it's great for that too.
And if you don't know, Lumi is a whole body deodorant that you could use anywhere on your body. And that includes pits, under boobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas. I could keep going.
Oh my God, really? Just getting graphic here. But the reason for that is also because it was created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated, and she solved the issue.
And Lumi Starter Pack is the perfect thing for new customers because it comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice. So that could be the mini body wash, deodorant wipes, like we just mentioned. They're our fave. And you get free shipping.
And if you want to try Lumi, we do have a special offer for our listeners. You can get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code, Do We Know? And if you combine that 15% with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off your first starter pack. So good deal.
Again, that's code Do We Know for 15% off of your first purchase at LumiDeodorant.com. That's Do We Know at LumiDeodorant.com. And as always, thank you so much to Lumi for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast.
This is another one, a month after the wedding. So you were already talking to him for a month and a month into your relationship with him, according to you, apparently. Now, this part made me giggle, truly. I always wondered, how he explained to you that he already knew about ACOTAR and Game of Thrones and all that stuff. So it turns out he didn't. He just pretended he read it for you, which is...
This is a screenshot of a comment that she's showing in the background where someone says the second vid has...
Fair and Reese vibes, which are characters in ACOTAR.
To which Kelsey responds and says, he read all the books for me after we started talking. So he would like mutual interest. And it's like, or he already had read them and has a bunch of jokes and has a bunch of like banter with his current girlfriend about it. And the person responds and says, marry him now.
First of all, dead giveaway. Not that men can't read fantasy books, but from what I understand, the Sarah J. Maas books are primarily a lot of women enjoy them because they have some, what is it called? Smut? Like when there's some sexual stuff and the men and all that stuff.
We get to that here.
Oh.
Which is really smart, actually. Good one, Taylor. Nice. So yeah, I'm going to go back to the fact that he called me witchling in the other screenshot because that was our thing. I call him Princeling and he called me witchling from, Throne of Glass, as you know, because ACOTAR was my favorite book. And I talked to him about it from the moment we met and I talked to him about how he reminded me of Rhysand. So he gave me 4 different Rhysand themed gifts. One of them was a hoodie that said, "To the stars that listen," and Valaris and, the 3 mountain thing, right? Did he get you the same thing maybe?
Sounds
like a thing that he would do. So this is in May 6, 2022. He sent me this little candle that says resend.
So timeline wise, she's showing that he already knew what it was before he met Kelsey. So this is 5 months before the wedding.
The most handsome High Lord, the most delightful, the most cunning High Lord, right? He sent me that candle. And this is me missing the delivery and him saying, guess you'll have to wait another day to smell me, darling. And I said, oh, smell you, you're recent now. And he says, I don't know, Dora, am I? And I said, I don't know, read the book. And then you're telling me, and he says, touche, darling, I will. But he read it for you, though. That's a nice touch. I have to give it to him, really. This was him the day of the wedding because he was listening to the audiobook. I think he was like 2/3 through A Court of Mist and Fury. So Raisin and Farah were just getting together. So it's all the stuff that I was talking about. So that's why he's, talking about that. That was before he met you, right?
I don't know if should we read the other part?
What do you mean? What does it say? My astigmatism. What does it say?
He says, Dora, I've been listening to this the whole flight. So many things make sense now. The wall sex, the bathtub, the twitching. And then she says, what does she say about twitching? I don't remember. Did he twitch inside her?
Not the twitching inside her. I don't think
like, oh my God. So yeah, I would say definitely smut was part of those.
Wait, so is he suggesting that she like recreates the book with him?
I think so.
We seem like preschoolers right now.
I just would never have these conversations in a million years.
You would have to waterboard me to show this. I will say that. I have showed some embarrassing messages from between me and my ex on my YouTube channel, but this, yeah, you would have to torture it out of me.
It's funny because there's actually a comment where someone says that they're like dying reading these, like they can't handle it. And she said, oh, these aren't even the worst. I'm taking those to the grave.
Oh, I bet. No, I bet they are. Yeah, I believe that 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
The twitching. Oh my God.
Also, yeah, the hand placement thing, that's funny because he used to do that to me all the time because we were in a long distance relationship. So every time we met, the first thing I did after flying for, a long time was eat. So he would always stand behind me while I'm eating and like holding and hugging my stomach and like putting his face in my neck or on my cheek or in my hair. So I thought it was really funny that he was so used to doing that he had like such perfect muscle memory to do it naturally with a woman that he just met.
Okay, that's a little petty.
So this is him January 5th to 7th asking me what I was doing because he was taking me on a trip to Catalina, which is relevant because during that same trip, he also took you out while he was in LA because we were both in a long distance relationship with him at that point, which is really romantic because he took you out on our first date anniversary. So that was a really nice touch, I feel like. I don't think he realized. I only told him later, but still a nice touch. Didn't expect anything less from him.
Wait, did you read those messages? What is baby doing January 5th?
I hate it.
Followed by good girl. Is this acceptable? We kink shame on this channel, okay? Only when people are dicks.
I'm sorry, we do. I can't help it. It's a visceral reaction.
We've only done it with this and Kira's
with
farts.
the farting?
Yeah, those are the two things we've done it with. I mean, come on.
No, that was very warranted. I don't know. For me, I draw the line. Like, even like a hey baby would be like, I don't love it, but like I'd put up with it. Referring to it as what is baby do? Like, not even what is baby do? No.
Listen,
sorry, straight to jail.
I use babe. I use baby. I don't call my husband by his name. I do find that a little bit, like it's just not natural to me. And I do say babies, like BABIES. I'll be like, babies, what are you doing? Like,
even just baby is different
weird
than
couple shit.
The way that this is like.
Yeah, it's giving third person Elmo talk, and I don't like that.
Thank you. That was it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then good girl makes me literally want to vomit.
Still a nice touch. Didn't expect anything less from him. This is really funny too.
This is him saying, but Dora, I meant it when I said this was not going to be casual for me. Sir?
We need a psychologist to study him. And I mean thoroughly. A case study, if you will.
Something bad happens. I mean bad worse than this.
I just, someone play Casual by Chappell Roan, please. This one is a personal favorite.
He says, oh my God. I hate him so much. But I would cherish you for as many days as you could spare.
I honestly don't even know what I would respond to this. I'd be like,
I feel like it must be like maybe he's leaning into like,
that.
I don't know, I'm like the book
Sarah J.
vibes
Maas
kind of
words.
situation.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
But I'm just so deeply glad that I know you.
Okay.
Like, fuck
Okay, thank
right
you,
off,
sir.
sir.
You're being a little bit intense.
Then he says, I don't know when she doesn't have dates showing for these, but doesn't matter.
Right.
He says, but I love falling asleep to the sound of your voice and waking up to the memory of it. And I meant everything I said last night. I don't want to know what he said.
Please, God, don't tell us.
The last part, he didn't mean everything he said last night. That night, because he said that he wanted to marry me and spend the rest of his life with me. So
Great.
another
great.
lie, but men. But you're right. He is very charming.
This is December 2021, so this predates everything, but, oh God. Ew, I hate it. And he's just such an asshole. It's okay, darling. You're safe with me. You're allowed to melt.
Okay, literally, if you ever get that text, ma'am, you are not safe. Please contact the local authorities. Run for your life. You are not safe. I repeat, you are not safe.
It looks like she responds, it's not my fault I'm ovulating. Ha 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 ha. And then he says, let's talk more about this. Real talk though. These days have been brutal. I miss you. When I read that like that, it's because he says, I miss you.
Well, he's writing a monologue. It's like when they do in theater, they'll be like, and then they look away. I miss you.
Like, this is the most
That's what that
dramatic
was.
conversations I've ever read.
And also, I mean, it's not to say she wasn't also, reciprocating it. And if you are in a consensual monogamous relationship and this is the way you talk to each other,
Live your dreams.
It's harmless. If you talk to your significant other, just, as long as you keep it to yourself, don't put it on the internet. I have no problem.
But you know what? She's doing a service by putting these out there to prove that he's an asshole.
We've all said cheesy shit in relationships. I have an entire video of my old cringy ass messages to my ex Jonathan where I was talking very similar to this. I mean, love or whatever you think love is at the time can do some really harsh things to your brain. Okay, I understand that.
Especially if you're long distance, you're trying to like have this like, I get it. I get it, but I don't get it because I anyway.
And also just reading it back now, I just don't want to like shame anyone that's in a relationship like currently talking this to their significant other. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just not for us.
It's not for us. It's not. And also, I think in the context of him being a shitty cheater who's very much so talking to another individual at the same time.
It just seems very
like
performative.
Yeah.
Performative, literally, because he's literally performing monologues.
I know. He's like, when you're texting for effect, like storytelling effect, that's how he texts permanently.
Do not compare my texting.
Well, like when you'll text with a ... because you want the suspense to build, you don't do that in a situation where you're talking about something loving and like a genuine feeling. You're doing it because you're like, and then she said ... I'm doing
it for comedic effect. This is not comedy. I guess I am a comedian.
Well, literally, I'm looking at this and I'm like, what would be the purpose? The purpose is performing.
Yeah.
And he very much so was performing.
Yeah.
Very charming, because here's him 2 weeks after we met, which was in 2021, saying, it's okay, darling, you're safe with me. You're allowed to melt. Yeah. So, when he was breaking up with me, which was 4 months into your relationship with him, he wouldn't tell me that he had someone else, right? Of course not. So he just started attacking me on not being able to work because I was on a student visa and how our life is going to look like. And he said, and I quote, I told you a year ago that you were my soulmate and I still think that you are. And we have the love, but it's not enough. Because what would our life look like? We wouldn't have anything, and I'm done being a broke actor.
Quick side note. I'm gonna read just what's behind her right now because that's not what she just read. It's him saying, would it make you feel better to know I'm going through the same thing? Because Dora, I can't stop thinking about you at all for a minute. And you've been rearranging my what?
My what? What is she rearranging? My blood?
That was concerning. You've been rearranging my blood more times a day than I care to admit. Is that like meaning what I think it might?
Blood pressure?
No.
Maybe? Like hemoglobin count? Like what are we talking about?
No,
like
I'm real
what?
Confused. Like when something gets harder, the reason it does is because there's blood going to it.
Oh, his dick?
Yeah, yep, that. That might not be true, but
this is literally the most diabolical episode we've ever had. What is happening right now?
Like rearranging my blood because like all the blood's rushing somewhere else,
Oh my God, Lily, you genius. I think that's, we're just like,
I was gonna say, I wish that I didn't
from his past messages about the twitching.
But it's on brand and it's excruciating. I want you, Dora. I need you. literally he thinks he is in a romance novel. This is absurd.
You're not Nicholas Sparks, sir.
Nicholas Sparks would never. I can't focus. You are a constant distraction, and I want my attention span back. But, like, you can have it if you want it. Baby can have anything you want.
No. Please. I beg. I feel like I'm a prisoner here. No more. Baby can have anything she, what is it, wants or needs?
Wants, but I'm sure needs probably came somewhere
Yuck.
sooner. Yeah, or somewhere next.
Kelsey's just like in the bathroom. Like, what is this? This is so insane that a human being is capable of deceiving to this level. You are dating two women at this point, guaranteed. We know that for sure.
Like, what's crazy is that, again, it's never okay, but like, at least when you're in a relationship with someone maybe and they got distant and they're like being kind of weird and you could suspect something.
Yes.
But it's like, this is what he's sending her?
It's almost more disturbing because how can you so freely give your energy? Because what this is an extreme amount of energy that you're giving to a human being. You're giving them your time, but you're also giving them, like, even if this isn't like real emotions, he's faking emotions, which has to be exhausting.
I have to ask, what's the point? If it's also like, if you're already in a long, like you're already talking to someone else, he's probably having the same kind of conversations with her. Like, why both?
Okay, if you ask me, anytime that I see something this diabolical, or like, for instance, Harry Jowsey. Do you know Harry Jowsey? Okay, he was on The Perfect Match. Yes, I watched The Perfect Match. Okay, you will not shame me into not watching it. I did watch it. Yes, is it the stupidest show alive? It is, and I watched it. Anyway, so he was diabolical. He was telling this girl Jess on the show, like, I love you. I want to have your kids. Like, she already has a daughter who's 10 years old. And he's like, I want to be a good example for her daughter. And like, was saying a bunch of shit. Literally just went off and like kissed someone and then like lied to her about it. And like, just was an absolute menace.
I don't understand when they do that, because it seems as though it's like they don't know how to have like a healthy, normal relationship. So they think that that's what the girl wants to hear and that's what they have to do to hook them. And it's like,
honestly,
you can just
whenever
be normal.
I've come across an individual that diabolical, and I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, I do assume they are gay. And I don't mean that in any sort of derogatory way. I'm just like, clearly no woman is what you want. So perhaps, like, that's how I feel about it, because it's not even like, oh, you don't like me, you must be gay. No, it's literally like, you could be with the woman of your dreams and it's not enough for you, then possibly you don't want a woman. That's how I feel about it. Like, this is like, you are entrenching yourself deeply, giving yourself into two different women.
That you are
possibly more. We
probably,
don't know.
the craziest thing is that he literally probably has a simultaneous conversation going on with the other girl.
100%.
And they're
how
like
did
the
he
same
not
thing.
mix them up? Kind of talented in that regard.
I
because,
can't
you know,
even
it would be easy to.
casually date multiple people at the same time, because I'm like, oh no, that will too much information
all.
that I have to keep straight.
That's why I feel, I'm like, if anybody is able to do this and be this diabolical to women, I do have to wonder, maybe he doesn't want to be with a woman at all. Or maybe he doesn't want to be with someone. Maybe he, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's a controversial take that people will be mad at me about, but that's just genuinely what I've always thought about people like that.
I was thinking of it more like he just like is so addicted to like thinking people are obsessed
Attention?
with him. Yeah, that
Could
he
be
just like
too.
he provokes it so he can get this response back.
Yeah, but even then, the amount of investment and time this takes, it's too, I don't know. That would be even weird just to get attention.
But think of people who like when you watch Catfish and they're like literally talking to like multiple people.
Okay,
and they
but
have,
those
like,
people need like to be institutionalized.
So
like,
does he.
Come on. No, I know. I do think that men that crave this kind of attention usually don't get to this point. Like people like Harry Jowsey, right? Him and Jess on the show only had like a week or 2 weeks together. Like he's not investing months and months and months on end.
Distance.
I don't think. Yeah, but every day talking to them, every day FaceTiming, every day letting them know what you're doing twice a day at least, because you have two women.
But some people I feel like are like weirdly like this is like super like natural for them to be able to do. I keep going back to Catfish because I know that there's these people that they've been talking to people for years and they like are telling them the same kind of shit. And then when you meet them and like they actually like confront them, they're like, no, it's just like talking. Like that's how I am to everyone.
I know. Maybe it's just their brains don't work like ours do, because to me this would be so exhausting. Yeah. Like if you want to go fuck around with as many women as you want as a single man. Like why do you go this route? It's so weird.
But again, like this is worse than physical cheating, I think, because it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because this isn't like a momentary lapse in judgment. This is a choice and a continuous choice that they're making every day for months.
And I do feel bad for Kelsey. Like all jokes aside, reading this in her new house that she bought with him has to be insane. Like this is just ridiculous.
So that's pretty much it here.
So do with that info whatever you want.
Also, can we talk about how love her voice?
I know. Where's she from? What's that accent?
She's Croatian, apparently.
Oh, period.
So then, in response to this, Kelsey had deleted the video very quickly afterwards. And then apparently a lot of people said she was deleting comments. Any of the comments that were tagging Dora, apparently Kelsey was deleting as well. Dora was very active in her comment section. So here's some highlights, because a lot of people were speculating, like, did Kelsey know? Like, do you think she knew?
Yeah.
So someone says, hey, can you clear up if you think Kelsey knew about this relationship or not? I think this man was cheating on you both and you both didn't know. And Dora says, I'm sure she didn't know. Then another person says, like, she had to have known about you, right? And she says, I doubt it. Someone says, so why be mad at Kelsey instead of being mad at him? And she says, I'm not mad at her at all. What do you mean? Oh, and then someone responds and says, people are ripping her apart in these comments and you're encouraging them. She's stuck in a whole new state with that emotionally abusive man right now. There's nuance here. You're both victims. And then someone responded and said, did you pay attention to this video or give in to your instinct to be aggressive? And she liked that.
I will say that she did not call out Kelsey verbatim in the video at all. Now, did she include some really hurtful shit?
Yeah.
That should Kelsey see it would be diabolical? Yeah, she did. We cannot deny that she put some stuff that was not necessarily necessary to the story, like the twitching and the, all
the
that
twitching
stuff.
Specifically was really gross and unnecessary in general. I get why she included it, because that is a huge part of, like, hey, look at how bad he is. Like, this is the kind of stuff he's lying about to get you to like him and why you fell for him. But is it necessary to make it public? I don't. Isn't it necessary to make any of this public? I mean, no, but, like, I get it.
That's the thing. Okay, so I get it. She's super fucking mad. I think she's right to call him out publicly. Fuck him. But at the same time, do I think the right thing to do morally would have been to message Kelsey privately?
Well, funny you mentioned that, because I don't know where this comment is, but I'm positive I saw it. I'll include it if I find it again. She did say somewhere that she did message Kelsey and she never heard back.
Okay, then go off, queen.
She doesn't. She specifies that she doesn't know, like, maybe she didn't see it, but she did message her.
No, see, that I get. If she messaged Kelsey didn't see it for whatever reason, she has every right to feel like, oh, fuck this guy. Yeah. Somebody's got to know. Kelsey's got to find out some way.
It's messy and
honestly,
it's a rough situation, but I get it.
But I do have to say, I don't think she outright called out Kelsey. I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, you were unfair to Kelsey in this video. Like, the guy fucked them both over, and that has repercussions.
Exactly.
And it's going to be unfortunate for everybody involved, especially for the women involved. Fuck Taylor. Who cares what he goes through because of this?
So then someone comments, so they've been together a year and just hard launched. I'm confused on the timeline. And Dora responds and says, she said they've been together for over 1 year and 6 months. So she's counting from the day they met at that wedding, which was almost 5 months before we broke up. And then someone says, I swear she's deleting comments because I didn't see a single one about this on her launch video. And then someone else points out, unfortunately, looks like she's deleting comments tagging you. I do feel bad for her, but she just bought a house with him. And Dora says, she blocked me. So she either already knew or simply doesn't care and is just happy to not be single anymore.
Okay, see, that's a shady comment. But if she had blocked me,
I was gonna say,
I may have left a shady comment as well.
The blocking, I think, came probably after these other comments where she was like, no, I don't think she knew, blah, blah. And then she was like, what? I'm blocked? Are you kidding?
Yeah, because what that kind of says to me is that she and Taylor already had a conversation on this. Like, after she saw the video, she went to Taylor and was probably like, what the fuck? And she bought whatever excuse he fed to her.
And that's funny,
in his weird monologue voice.
The response to this is that same person who left the original comment going, considering that he's a massive manipulator, wouldn't surprise me if he said something to make her think you're the bad guy. Not saying she's innocent, but which, yeah, I agree.
Like, absolutely, that's what happened.
Watch as he said she photoshopped these. As if all of that's not messy enough. Someone says, oh my God, didn't Kelsey just uproot her whole life for him? And Dora says, guys, I have more tea. If anyone wants to reach out to me with their receipts, please come forward.
Oh my God. So there's more women. That's what that says to me.
Right? Someone says, yikers, sorry that happened. But from what I've learned from long distance, it's best just not to do them. And she says, he cheats even when he's not long distance. Don't worry. Then someone says,
he's still cheating.
How do they do this and sleep at night? And she says, it gets worse.
Do we? Oh my God. Do we have it?
Yep. And then someone says, I live in. Oh, so then other factor that I've been waiting to reveal. He is also been married before.
How old is he?
Actors lie about their age,
Young
so
to
who
be
knows? But,
divorced already.
Well, and then also notably the divorce. So that ex-wife has not said anything. She's like not actually involved, but apparently their relationship ended like super abruptly. Neither of them have huge followings, so obviously like no one was really talking about it at the time. But I guess apparently when they broke up, she deleted their joint YouTube channel together, and like all of their social media posts and tweets about him, like anything about him, scrubbed, gone. So that has people speculating that like that didn't end well, but no one really knows why. And someone comments, I live in LA and low-key used to know his ex-wife, so seeing him all over TikTok and Insta has been wild to me. And Dora says, oh, I would love to hear her side of the story. And the girl says, girl, same. She and I worked together, but weren't really close. I just saw it all fall apart on socials. Now this years later, T. One last thing that I want to add in. Apparently, back in March, someone discovered Taylor's Tinder profile. Oh my God, I hate
Ew.
guys that post selfies in bed for their dating profiles. So many of them do. And I'm like, that's no.
He looks like a guy that would ask you, is baby free on July 5th? Come to Papa? It's like, oh God.
Ew. Wait, so also this screenshot is from March. I'm pretty sure that it was still like someone sees that there was a Wayback Machine archive of it on June 3rd, 2024. So last month when they just bought a house together.
This is shit that people are just finding after Kelsey went public with him, right?
Yeah, probably. And then they probably looked up, they found the Tinder thing, saw it in June after they announced it, but then it was there.
Well, the thing is, he shouldn't have had a Tinder profile up at all because he had Dora, and then it was literally an overlap to Kelsey. So there shouldn't have been a Tinder profile active at that point at all. So I think people probably went back. So I think people are looking back now and seeing all of this. But because at first I was like, wait, why are people even knowing he has a Tinder thing? Because he never used to be famous or internet relevant or anything like that.
I think the March date was just that there is a archive from March showing that he had one at that time. But there's also one from June. That's crazy. On top of that, apparently, which I think this is so random that this would have been a thing because you're going to be so thrilled. You know, the blind items and Crazy Days and Nights?
Oh, I do.
That I have to explain to you every single time? Yeah. Kelsey's like a successful influencer, but like I think it's a bit strange that she would have been listed on here, which this person acknowledges as well. I actually think this might have come from the email. Someone sent us an email with a bunch of information too. Thank you.
They did. Thank you, Queen. Yeah. Or King.
But apparently October 2023, which was that was 22. So they'd been together a year. A blind item was posted on Crazy Days and Nights that claimed Kelsey had caught Taylor using Tinder during their relationship and forgave him multiple times. Some of the details are accurate, which is when and where they met, Taylor's ex-wife, blah, blah. But the description of Kelsey... Oh, this is what they point out. It's like description of Kelsey being an A-list social media star with millions of followers and Taylor being a B- C+ actor seemed like a bit of a reach.
B- and C+ is generous, I feel.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know if it's for sure, but it does potentially line up that the Tinder thing. So anyway, other things, it's like there's other evidence of them being together. Like they went to a Taylor Swift concert for her birthday. She visited him in Tennessee at one point in January.
During Dora's relationship with him?
This definitely was an overlap when she visits in Tennessee. Those posts are now deleted. February 2023, they were still together, and Kelsey and him spend Valentine's weekend together. So I wonder what he did to get out of hanging out with Dora.
Well, they were probably not together. They were probably far apart.
Yeah, so it was like,
maybe he
I can't get out of work
Dora
or something.
after the date.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. My thing is, why would Kelsey delete Instagram photos that are confirming timelines that prove that he cheated? That's a little weird. Like, I get denial.
If she wants to stay with him and like doesn't want people to...
I mean, again, I know they just bought a house. Buying a house is a very intense thing to do with an individual. I get it. But shit, man, like to literally delete evidence of him cheating on you is another level of, being a little delulu.
But so this is actually something I found crazy though too, is she has deleted most of the posts, like pretty much all of the posts that have ever mentioned him, except for the hard launch. And then also, which I think is so, if this is the reason it's still up, I think it's so funny. She featured him in a brand deal where it's like
oh, I saw this one, like, the date night. What was the brand deal for?
IMDb.
IMDb!
So could you, like, what if the hard launch wasn't still up, this would definitely be the reason this is. What if she's contractually obligated to keep this up?
Oh my, I could actually die that it's an IMDb partnership. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I'm ready for Dora's tea.
Yeah,
I'm
okay, so
dying
I think
for it.
that's all of the backstory we have with Kelsey. She basically has not said anything, she's not responded, and Dora was like, I got more. And apparently there are 2 other girls that have entered the chat.
Shut the fuck up.
I haven't watched this yet.
Surprise, we found 2 more babies in Taylor's 100 baby challenge, so let's get into that.
She just said that there are 2 more babies in Taylor's 100 baby challenge.
She say that.
Let's get into that. I don't even want to read this.
Wait, what was that first message? She switched very quick.
Someone messaged her and said, hey girl, I'm still in shock right now, but I'm also a victim of all of this. Taylor cheated on you with me. Can we talk when you get the chance?
Oh my God. This is like the movie The Other Woman. Like, this is his nightmare. All the women getting together and being like, wait a second.
Well, but that's
Oh,
what's sad.
boy, you
That's
are
what's like
fucked.
kind of disappointing about Kelsey when it's like, why is she not?
Like that comment said earlier, she is in an emotionally abusive situation. Like, he is a chronic liar and a just generally horrible human being. So
And
that
she
could
is
be
in
why
a
she's
much
acting that way
different
right now.
scenario than these other girls who aren't dating him anymore and like didn't just buy a house with him or for him. Maybe.
Exactly. There's a lot of denial and shit that comes with it that ultimately at the end of the day we could disagree with, but I get because it's such a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Although I do hope she sees the light eventually, and I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
Hopefully before she procreates with this crazy man who twitches inside of vaginas. But you know, it's sad all
Well,
around.
and that's why I said it's disappointing. Like, I'm not trying to say that like she should do this because like I have no idea how the fuck I would react in this situation. I mean, I wouldn't have been
Right,
with a
for
man
sure.
that calls me baby like that. But anyway, we're not picking sides or anything. I think they've all been victims of his
We're all
diabolical.
side fuck Taylor for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even want to read this out loud, but he wooed and courted her for months to do this.
This is
God.
disgusting.
What is it?
It's a girl saying,
I can't read it.
I think what makes me really sick too is the fact that he took my virginity knowing it was a really big deal and important to me, all while he was in a relationship with you, and did it anyway. And she just said he courted her for months to then convince her to do that.
Wow. See, that's where I have to wonder. What the fuck is the motive for this guy? It's not attention. Like, he's like collecting this shit like trophies.
But
like,
maybe
he gets
it is.
too much
It's like
sick pleasure out of
he
it.
likes the attention that he's getting. Like, he's being treated like he's this god by all these women that are obsessed with him. I don't know.
But they're not just obsessed with him because he's hot, because he's not. They're obsessed with him because he puts in all this effort,
Which is
to
why he's
act
doing
so
it.
emotionally available. Yeah, but oh my God, this is like next level. Like, I'm telling you, he needs to be studied. This is crazy.
Dora's response is, he is diabolical. Love the word.
Oh, period. Yeah, he is. He is.
This is absolutely insane. I'm so sorry. You have no idea. And she was the one that was getting cheated on too. I mean, they both were technically, but
Just to ghost her right after.
oh my God, I didn't get to that part. So he took her virginity, then ghosted her after months of trying to, oh my God, that's fucking
This
sick.
is a picture of the room where the event took place.
Oh my God. I want to.
Shut the
I'm gonna die.
Oh my God. If you're just a listener and you're not seeing on video, he literally put a path of rose petals leading to a bed with a heart on it, which is obviously like, let me make your first time special, sweetie. And then ghosted her after this. What the fuck is
You
wrong
forgot
with
there's
you?
also candles burning on each side of the bed.
Jeez. Well, I can't see them. My astigmatism.
And
messes
also,
with the
this
lights,
looks. This
but-
is like a hotel room, so it's like he made it this whole like.
Dude, this is so insane. Like, the fact that he would go through this much trouble when you quite literally have at least 2 other confirmed women you can go and have sex with. Why do you need to take someone's virginity
I was
you have
gonna
no
say,
interest in ever speaking
But
to
not
again?
that he can take the virginity of. That was his new challenge, I
That
guess.
is fucked.
So this is a text convo between him and
God,
this
oh my
girl
God, oh my God.
from April 2022. So definitely when Dora was still with him. He sends an emoji with like a halo on it, and then she says, "I want you all night if you can." And then he says,
Oh, he can't.
and he says, "Okay, baby, I want you all night too." And then she said, something is blocked out, and it says, "I'm so excited." Then something she says blocked out. And then he says, "If you mean what I think you mean, I'm excited too. Very excited. I've wanted you for so long, baby."
I can't with you reading these messages.
I know. I'm gonna throw up if I have to read too many more.
No, but on a serious note, straight to jail. This is insane. Absolutely diabolical.
Then this is April 15th. The next day, "Sorry, darling, I'm tired today and can't get someone off my mind." Oh, so this is actually this is a conversation with Dora.
What?
So the day after he has sex and takes the virginity of this other girl, he's texting Dora and says, "Sorry, darling, I'm tired today and can't get someone off my mind." And then she says, "So terribly sorry. I wish there was something I could do about it." And then he says, says, me too, Dora. Love, me too. So I'm assuming he was like implying that he can't get her off her mind or off his mind when it's probably someone else on it.
Ooh, he gives me the heebie-jeebies.
He met this girl after he met me, but it was during a little break that we took, which is irrelevant. The first message he sent was right before he met up with her. And then while she was in the room, so she sent him outside to wait in the lobby because she wanted to, get ready and put cute lingerie on. So that is when he sends me this message right here while he's in the lobby. Taylor, what the actual fuck? Ironically, this exchange between him and me took place a week before that. And don't come at me for using this word. I did it on purpose because that's how Sheldon Cooper talks. So
it's him saying, you must think I'm such a fuckboy. And she says, I don't think anything. Your coital choices are your business. Though I would argue that all men are intrinsically sluts.
Girl, I will never come for you for saying that statement. Yeah. Honestly, period. Co-signed by me.
This is unrelated. I just wanted to include it because of this word right here, whatever it was.
So then this is a few days later. He says, Dora, I said you don't give me headaches. If that isn't the height of masculine sweetness, I don't know what is. Then she said, oh, Taylor, baby, miss me with that misogynistic BS. And then he says, darling, you wound me. Fuck off. No one talks like that.
It's giving like 1920s, like, darling, you wound me. Like, it's just, I can't.
And then he says, if you believe me, a misogynecologist.
Did he misspell misogynist? There's no way it autocorrected to misogynic.
Yeah, no.
No, it did? Oh my god, it did. Oh my god. I'm fucking dead. Oh, there's no such thing as a misogynecologist.
I mean, if that was gonna be it, it was gonna be something gross for sure.
If you call out a man for being misogynist and he responds with misogynecologist, you need to run. You need to run in the farthest direction away from this creature.
Dying.
Oh my god.
That is insane. Because he tried to say, if you believe me, a misogynist, you are sadly mistaken.
You
I don't say Freudian
his phone
slip,
probably
but
suggested, did you mean misogynist? He's like, I meant misogynecologist. That is my favorite thing about this whole video. Okay, well, continue.
Because of this word right here, whatever it was. 2 weeks after the event was also when he told me that I was his soulmate and that he wanted to marry me.
I assume this is conversation with her.
Yeah, and I think they were on a break, and then this was her reaching out to him, hoping he was doing well, whatever.
Yeah. He says, hi, I'm a little surprised to hear from you. I'm also surprised how good that message made me feel. I'll be honest, I have and still miss you. You were very special to me, and I've thought about you a lot, like probably an embarrassing amount. That being said, I'm truthfully not sure I'm in a great place to open up that door, simply because my life has become incredibly hectic, and I fear I wouldn't be able to give you the attention you deserve, which honestly is almost exactly...
I fear you may be able to do that because you're a very strange man.
You seem to have a lot of attention to give, so, which honestly is almost exactly how I felt when we were together. It always bothered me because I think you're great. You're very loving and thoughtful and sweet. I always felt so good when I was around you. I'm not sure what conclusions you've come to, and I don't entirely believe it's my place to say, but I want you to know that I was very upset with how things fell out between us. I don't believe I handled that very well, though I did have my reasons. Regardless, I'm sorry. I think you're great. Truly, I have and always will.
But anyway, he ghosts her, and then she reaches out again.
Oh, this is the virgin.
Sorry, she's not reading the messages, so I'm trying to read them before it goes to the next one. Holy shit.
This is the girl who lost her virginity to him. Oh my god, I thought he was typing this to Dora.
Same.
He's insane.
This is disgusting. No, fuck off. I feel like the amount of times I've gotten text messages like this where I'm like,
oh, 100%.
Fuck off with 100%. That. You deserve better. Just say you're not into it.
I've literally had a story time on my fucking channel of the army guy who told me that he wanted me to have his kids.
Yeah.
And he was like, I went out to a bar tonight and, all I look at when I see all these other women is how none of them would be a wife like you would be. And I'm just like, you're a psychopath.
When it's always the ones that,
terrifying.
It's always the ones that do this that like try to be the nice guy because one, they don't want to totally shut the door because they're like, maybe we'll go back to
That's
later.
The thing.
And that always do like kind of keep contact and just like keep the door open, just like, hey, how have you been? Like, and they don't really like try and like date you again, but they're like,
dude, the army guy did that like 5 years into my marriage, like 4 or 5 years. I mean, like he would like reach out every so often, just be like, I really hope you're well. Like, it's so nice seeing you so happy. I'm like, ooh, get away from me. Like, you're scary.
Well, and it's like, for me, it's never been like that I'm in another, like I'm talking or with someone else when it happens. And it's never even in like a necessarily particularly flirty way. It's in like a, just like, hey,
remember
how have
me
you been?
way.
Literally, that's like just a, oh my God, Lauren Conrad says in The Hills one time, she's like, it's like they have a radar or something. The second you stop
do.
thinking about
Oh,
them,
they
they're
do.
like, haha, gotta get back in there.
Which is out again in December, which is when he was obviously with me, but also 2 months into talking to Kelsey.
Oh my God.
And he says all this. This is Christmas of 2022, and he uses her name in every message, which is why
Oh, the Christmas text is the
I've
worst.
gotten these
like,
too.
fuck you.
Every
It's the
fucking
happiest time of the year, you bitch.
Merry Christmas. I really hope you and your fam have a great day. Oh my God, you've been on my mind a lot lately, even though I have 2 other girlfriends right now.
That we know of.
He didn't say that part, but he did. She says, same here. I hope things are going well for you. Very nice, cordial, to the point. Then he follows up with, you're an incredible woman, and then says her name. I want you to know, no matter what, I'm always rooting for you. I really hope you're doing well. Go fuck yourself.
I'm gonna throw up.
And then she says, thank you, Taylor. I really appreciate that. Smiley face. I think you're incredible too. Then he texts her again on New Year. And she says, oh, happy New Year, Taylor. So happy to hear from you. Oh my God, this poor girl.
I mean, seriously, but like, those are the times where you're busy, you're with family, especially if you have a significant other you're spending that holiday with, to literally just be racking your brain while
Not
you're
when they're
probably
long
in the
distance.
bathroom taking a shit. That's true. Maybe they weren't actually together, but even then, he would have family, right? He's in Tennessee with his family. Why are you literally just thinking of anything else
I think he's addicted to this attention. That's the only explanation.
on Christmas? It's just insane.
Diabolical.
It's just- I mean, come on.
all I have to say is, Taylor, how empty does your head have to be able
Thank you.
to have so much space to be thinking about so many women
Agreed.
all the time? Also, I just need to point out that he wishes her Happy New Year literally 5 minutes after midnight, so that she feels
notice that.
extra special. Guys, I'm literally falling asleep with Kelsey. You're gonna love this. This is him sending her flowers on her birthday.
Shut the fuck up. Are you there?
I'm actually speechless. Yeah, no, I literally was just speechless.
This is so
What?
disgusting. Like
He is a menace to society.
A lot of people's significant others don't send them flowers in general, like ever.
You have 2 long distance girlfriends you need to send flowers to, sir.
He's sending
I
this
thought
to
you were
a
a broke
girl
actor.
that he has not been intimately involved with or seen in how long, and he just like texts occasionally.
Insane. I don't even know.
And
what
she says,
he's thinking.
Taylor, I'm going to cry with a bunch of emojis. Thank you for making my day so special. I feel so bad for her. And then he says the next day, which also like, fuck off. If I said that and then the guy didn't respond, oh my God, he's just mind fucking her. He says, you're welcome. I hope it was awesome. And she said, they're so beautiful. That literally made my day. You have no idea. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
In June of 2023, with a cute little note right there. And this is in August of 2023.
She says, hi, Taylor. I was just thinking about you and I hope you're safe with the hurricane and everything going on in California. If you're in blank, I would love to get together for dinner or drinks sometimes just to catch up. Hope all is well. And he says, the next day, of course, because he was probably busier with someone that day. Hey, you. It's good to hear from you. Thanks for thinking of me. It was a little crazy, but I made it through. LOL. I'd love that. I'll hit you up next time I'm in town.
So we're done with that. Here's the other girl.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Then a new girl messages her and says, hey girl, I want to start by saying I'm so sorry for what Taylor did to you. I also went on a few dates with Taylor that match up with the timeline of him being in a relationship from 2021 to 23, which is when he was in a relationship with her. I had no idea he was in a relationship. I am so sorry. You deserve the world. He's most definitely not worth your time.
Somebody lock him up.
So then she says, and we sat next to each other, and I think I still have the videos of us being partners. We were in anatomy, so of course he was super flirty. So I guess maybe this isn't, oh, he's in med school.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe this is a classmate. We sat next to each other. I think I still have videos of us being partners. We were in anatomy, so of course he was super flirty. He would walk me to my car every day after class and took me to coffee and Bonefish Grill and kissed me several times. He tried to get me to stay in a
Not
hotel
Bonefish
with him.
Grill.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of
The
it.
fish place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would assume so. It's pretty obvious.
They have a few in Miami.
Is it like nice?
No, well, I mean, it's not like Chili's necessarily, but yeah, it's not
I
like
was
a
gonna say
fancy
don't shit on
restaurant.
Chili's, but go ahead. Fuck them. He tried to get me to stay in a hotel with him, but I was home from college for the summer and staying at my parents' house because I was 19 at the time. Then I found out he was 30.
Okay.
There's just levels
I'm
to he just
fearing
keeps
I need to
unlocking.
contact my local authorities.
Right, like he just keeps
I
getting
am
worse and worse
scared.
for numerous reasons.
Yeah, genuinely.
Oh my god. The last communication was May of 2023, which was before he met. Nope, that was way after he met Kelsey. Fuck. So he's been cheating on all of them with multiple people.
I just want to point out that she's 19 and that I was also 7 years younger than him. And he said one time that he would not be with a woman that is not at least 3 years younger than him because it would throw off the dynamic.
Because he's a child.
Ew, oh my god. And these are texts from her to him and him to her. He goes, let's do Bonefish in Turkey Creek. 7 o'clock. Work for you, baby. And then she says, perfect. Pick me up then, doll. And then I assume gives an address or something probably. And he says, you got it, cutie. And then, oh my god, a lot of name calling here. And then she says,
Oh my
good. Looking forward
God.
to it,
Oh,
handsome.
brother.
And then she texts him like 2 days later, hope your callback goes well. And then he doesn't respond, notably. And then a few days later, he says, hey, cutie, how are you?
So this was right after he got back from taking me to Vegas for a whole week and going all out and being extremely romantic and extremely in love, and just in general saying that what we had was epic and cosmic love and that he would
Cosmic
kill
love.
and die for me.
Oh,
So this is her
that red flag, red flag.
He said he would die for her?
Kill and die for her.
Oh.
exchange with him. And this is also another exchange of theirs in
This is May 2023. So again, he's with Kelsey and Dora at this point. She says, hey, been thinking about you lately. Hope everything is going well for you. I'm in nursing school now and have been missing our study sessions. I'd love to grab dinner if you're ever in the blank area or when I visit blank. Hey, it's good to hear from you. Yeah, I'd really like that. I might be in blank at some point this summer actually, but definitely let me know if you're in town. I'd love to catch up. How's nursing school? And she doesn't respond. Oh, maybe she does and she deleted it. Next day, he says, oh, that's awesome. Want to grab a coffee when you're here? And she says, I would love to. I'll be home Friday, actually.
in May of 2023. And then there's this.
Another one.
Apparently, he cheated on the girl that he was with at the time. This is when he was 23, with his now ex-wife, who he probably also cheated on, but she's keeping her grace and not saying anything. But which is not surprising at all because he told me about his high school girlfriend, who is also, ironically, his current girlfriend's namesake, that he cheated on her with 5 different girls and that it was revenge because she allegedly did something first. And then he also said that he shouldn't have been in a relationship with her at all, that he should have just passed her around with his friends.
Girl, you heard that story and stayed. I would have ran for the fucking hills. That is a very concerning story. I'm not like blaming her, but wow.
No, I'm just
that
like,
is-
what? I know we keep saying he's diabolical, but he is diabolical.
No, he's the epitome of it. Yeah, he's the definition
That's
of the
why.
word.
That's why the word exists.
There's his shitty headshot in the dictionary if you look it up.
The unbuttoned shirt and lack of chest hair. So this she found out because someone DM'd her and said, please keep me anon, but he was full on exclusively dating my friend when he got together with his future ex-wife. He's been at this for a while.
Wow.
And also, random, he told me that his first girlfriend, when he was 13 to 15, when I asked who broke up with whom, he said that technically she broke up with him, but it was only because he stopped loving her, so he started treating her like a dick.
I mean, 13 to 15, that's it's a pretty long time ago, but sure. Like, I feel like that's the least of our concerns at this point.
You would think that he would have matured a little bit since then, but no. And I'm sure that Kelsey, just like everyone else, also had no idea about anyone else. And I just think we need to remember that she's the victim, not the villain. And even though she doesn't believe me right now that she is, and she doesn't think that she is, I understand that perfectly, because this guy is so full of red flags that he's basically a walking war alarm. And all my friends were like, do you not hear that? And I was like, what? I thought those were wedding bells. So all I have to say is,
Me,
I get it,
before
girl.
I-
He's very manipulative. He plays the victim so that you can't get the chance to be protective of yourself, because he already took that part. With me, he played this victim of divorce. He would say that his ex-wife was a selfish, emotionally abusive, bipolar, and mentally unstable narcissist that used him.
She has a lot of diagnoses. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Used him, and that she left him just so she can date famous people. And girl, I am so sorry for ever believing him. Embarrassing. But when you're in love with someone and you only know their side of the story, of course you're gonna believe them. So from the beginning of the relationship, he was making me feel like he was worried about my red flags because he was trying to protect himself because he had been burned before. So I was more focused on proving to him how lovable he is and that I'm not going to hurt him, instead of focusing on how he was going to hurt me.
Wow.
I find him to be terrifying, quite frankly. I mean, I'm glad this is all out in the open now. I am curious to see what Kelsey will possibly say. She hasn't posted since all this happened, right?
No. What's she gonna say?
And I mean, I get it. Like, what is she gonna say? Yeah, this is just fucking horrifying. The fact that she had to find out this way is crazy, but I do hope it saves her from possibly procreating with this man who is a perpetual... Or marrying him. Yeah, but I mean, she did buy a house with him, which is...
It was like, God forbid me.
You know.
I mean, they could even be engaged now.
That's true. Yeah.
Literally, the only TikTok that's still up is the brand deal, and I'm telling you, she's contractually obligated to keep that up, I'm sure.
You know, if the truth is that she is stuck in this relationship, which obviously that's what's happening, I feel bad for her. She's not someone that intentionally sought out a man that was in a relationship. She probably had nothing to do with this. She was fooled just as much as any of the rest of them were. So I really don't think she holds any fault here at all. I just feel really bad for her. She's in a situation that things have gotten as serious as buying a house with someone that is as awful as he is. And he's going to do this again. He will never stop. Is it because he doesn't like women? One can speculate. But I do think that he is not going to stop if she has a kid, let's say, or like...
It gives similar vibes to even of him taking the girl's virginity. I'm not saying that Kelsey was, but that, like, I don't know how much of the whole, like, single girl persona was an act and if she was having other relationships behind the scenes. But, like, if she wasn't, for example, and he was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be your first boy, like, basically preyed upon that, just like he did with the virginity thing, like, fuck. I cannot imagine, like, not being in relationships and then you find this guy and you think, oh my God, he's the one, and then find out this.
Yeah, it's next level, honestly. I think that all of these women are victims. I do think that Kelsey, though, going back to her, I think it is sad that she's going the route of, obviously she's believing Taylor. If she's deleting comments and she's doing all of that,
her and trying to just like get it to like silence everything that's being told to her.
For sure, he's told her all these bitches are crazy. You have no idea. This is what happened with this one. I'm sure he came up with the most elaborate shit you've ever heard in your life. But it is sad that she's going that route right now because it is embarrassing, you know, for her. Like, it's just it's like something I'm sure she's gonna look back on with shame in the future. But all in all, she's a victim too. Yeah, she's going through this shit. I don't think she deserves this, and it's really sad for everyone. I'm glad that Dora kept her decorum and did not insult Kelsey or like proceed to just be like, what the fuck, she's blocking people. Like, she obviously gets that Kelsey's in a tricky situation.
Definitely some harsh revelations that she shared in the first video, but she has kept it very classy, I think.
And it's also things that Kelsey deserves to know.
Yeah. So that's it for now. I can't imagine that it won't continue to develop, honestly, at this point, as more girls see this on their For You page and are like, what?
That was so much wilder than I thought it was going to be, because I knew it was wild when it first popped up, but I didn't know it was this crazy.
I mean, I hadn't watched that second video. I just knew it existed, so I was waiting to give my reaction, and it was way more than I had anticipated, and I didn't anticipate something good.
My gosh.
So anyway, let's leave on a good note and find some uplifting We Love the Internet.
I don't even think I have a We Love the Internet, actually, so if you have one, you could just play it, because I don't think I have one.
This is, you brought up J-Lo earlier, and this is perfect. I saw this and was like, even for J-Lo, what the fuck is this?
Oh, June. What's happening? Oh.
That was it.
Oh, period. Wait, is this her world tour?
I feel like someone left a comment and explained. Oh. Someone says, this was the iconic dance break to I'm Glad, a song she never had performed live until this moment, almost 20 years later. The choreography is inspired by the classic movie Flashdance. Oh.
Honestly, it's giving me in my living room when my daughter's throwing a tantrum and I'm trying to distract her from it because I do be breaking into dance constantly.
This is such an insult, and I don't mean any harm towards Brittany, but someone said it's giving Brittany's living room.
Yeah.
Someone said it's giving Hillary Duff, and the replies are like, how dare you? Anyway, that's it.
This has been a roller coaster of an episode, but if you made it to the end of this one, God bless you. Thank you. We appreciate you. And as always, what day of the week is this? As always, we don't know what fucking day it is.
Monday.
So I hope you have a great weekend. Okay, period. And we will see you on Monday.
I'm laughing because
Bye.
J-Lo is still playing on the side right now. Oh my God. Cheers. Bye.